Hello, this is Mindy from the Weekend Gardener, and today I'm going to show you how to propagate thyme. Now, thyme is one of those plants that loves to be started through a stem cutting. It's very simple to do, and it's a great way of stretching your plant material. You can actually use it in a plant exchange. First thing that you're going to need to do, though, is you're going to need to pick a cutting. Now, you need to also make sure that you do this early in the morning or on a cloudy day. And the reason for this is so that the stem is as full with moisture as possible before you take the cutting. You also want to make sure that it is disease-free and it doesn't have a lot of dead leaves on it. That can indicate a disease problem or that part of the plant happens to be dying. The next part of the process is measuring off your cutting. Now, you need a 2 to 3 inch cut for either water rooting or soil rooting. But I'm going to make the cuttings longer so they're easier to clean. What you would do, you would take the top and you would measure down 2 to 3 inches. And then you're going to make an angled cut. Now, do not use scissors. Scissors will actually crush the stem and prevent any moisture from going up into the stem. You have to have moisture going up and down through the stem for the plant to root. Now, if you happen to cut it and you have branches off like this, you can actually use these for your cuttings. So that's what I'm going to do. Would measure 2 to 3 inches down. But again, like I said, I'm going to make this longer. And then I'm going to do another cut on this. Now, I'm going to remove any branches or leaves that are on the stem that may end up in the water. And then I'm simply going to put this in the water. I'm going to put this glass on a windowsill that does not receive direct sunlight. And in about 3 weeks, I will begin to see roots on the end of the stem. The other approach that you can utilize is utilizing potting soil and honey. Now, some people like to use a soilless mixture for the rooting plant medium. I happen to like to use all-purpose potting soil. So use whatever you have around or that you're familiar with as far as starting cuttings with. The process is the same. Do a clean cut on it. Remove the leaves. The next step is you're going to dip this in water and then in a rooting hormone. But most people don't have rooting hormones sitting around. So the next best thing is to use honey. You would not pre-moisten the stem when you use honey. You would just simply dip it in the honey. Then you would make a hole with your finger in your soil medium or soilless medium, whichever you're using. And then you would gently push around the cutting. Now, to speed the process on a little bit, you can actually put this cutting in a plastic bag, tie the bag off, and then put it in a window that receives indirect sunlight. And this will mimic like a greenhouse. But one cautionary tale I have for you, do not put this in direct sunlight. You actually cook your cutting instead of encouraging it to root. So give this a try. This has been Mindy from the Weekend Gardener.